This is Down to a T, your break from the self-motivation. Here, you don't have to be better, you just have to be you. And that's what our guests will be bringing to every single episode. From artists to comedians to voices in media and everything in between, we'll be having off-the-cuff, lively conversations about anything that we want. Hi, everyone, and we are back with another episode of Down to a T. And for the first time ever, I am not doing a What's on My Mind because this episode was so good that I want to get straight into it. We had so much fun, and I'm excited to see what you guys think. But please join us in the comments. Have the conversation with us. Join us as we're talking along. Drop those comments in. I see some of you doing that with previous episodes, and I want you to feel like you're here in the studio with us, but have fun. I am so excited because I have another request. You were actually someone that people requested to have on the podcast. I had asked everyone on my Instagram stories, who do you want to see on the podcast? And I had a few requests, and you're one of the names that popped up.
So cute. That's so sweet.
Yes. And then I went to your profile and I was like, okay, wait, I have to have her on. We have Anayka She.
Yes. Hi.
She is a creator and a music artist.
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been in the music game for?
I want to say I got my first EP out in 2020 after I graduated college. So that was my first full introduction to being a music artist.
Okay. So we're going to get to know you more in the starting 5. Our preliminary questions to get to know you. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is your social media pet peeve?
I cannot stand everybody using the word viral. They say viral for every single thing. They'll be like, trying the new TikTok viral sweater. And then you look at the sweater and only 1,000 people know about it. And it's like, I get it. I get it. A couple of people like it, but it's not necessarily viral, in my opinion, until at least 1 million views, 1 million people. Back in the day, people used to say viral and everybody you went to school with, went to work with, knew about it. Now, viral is just a little hashtag.
Yeah, I feel like demure is now where the baseline for viral.
I like demure though.
Yeah,
demure
it's good.
cutesy.
But what I'm saying is that's where people should use as the baseline for something going viral. If everyone knows about it,
that's truly viral. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good one. What is the most New York thing about you?
The most New York thing about me, I don't know. It could be my accent, but maybe I'm really serious about pizza. I don't play about pizza.
Okay.
If it's not Mike's, Tony's, Gino's, I'm not eating there. I'm even picky about the fast food pizzas, like Domino's, Papa John's, all that, because I feel like you go to other states and what they consider pizza, I don't know what's going on.
It's not. I moved down to Miami, and that's my thing. I'm
and the pizza's bad there too.
Yeah,
I don't think they make good pizza anywhere else but New York, to be exact.
All right. And what were the names? Let's see if everyone agrees with you. What were the sponsor names?
Mike's, Tony's, and Gino's. Okay. I'm sure they got another one, but those are the main 3. Okay. You can only eat there.
Listen. All right. What is your TikTok algorithm? We all have an algorithm that shows us weird shit sometimes. Or niche, very specific things. What is happening on your TikTok algorithm right now? What's something you're noticing that's weird or very particular?
Something weird. I don't know if it's really super weird, but there's these women who they flip furniture. It's really interesting. They'll take these old furnitures and sometimes it got roaches in it. It's decrepit.
Oh, I've seen those.
Yes. And I'm invested every time I sit there, and they get the bits and the drills and they transform it into some gorgeous modern pieces and then they resell it. So I really like those.
I've seen the ones for the houses or apartments, and then they show the roaches and the rats, and that creeps me out, and I can't do that.
Oh my God. Another niche is those super dirty houses of people being showing a realistic clean, and they have a horse underneath the couch. And I'm like, how is this realistic? I'm confused.
Yes. I'm I totally agree with you because I'm at lost for words because I'm remembering one that was so bad and they were just a regular cleaning Sunday, and I'm have you not been home for 2 years?
No, they've literally never been to this part of the house before. It's literally scary.
So what is your comfort album or movie?
Comfort album or movie? I think comfort album, I don't know. I'm always switching. I get obsessed with albums and I'll listen to it repeatedly for months and months and months on end, and then I'll completely forget about it. Maybe I want to say Summer Walker, Over It.
Okay.
Love that album. It's really strong. And I also like the second album by Summer Walker. I think it's so nice. I think it's fresh. And I feel like it still stays fresh even as the years go on. So I think Over It by Summer Walker is a good one for me.
All right. And what was the moment that you feel like the aha moment that made you obsessed with music?
Damn. Well, I think I have like a couple just because I remember music being so significant in my childhood. One I'll say is I had to be less than like 8. I heard Aretha Franklin's Respect as a kid. And I remember, she's like, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. And I'm like, you could spell on a song. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever as a kid. And it really made me interested in songwriting. So I write all my songs. And I remember that being the first song that I was like, oh my God, songwriting is really cool.
Yeah.
Another one I have is Leona Lewis's Bleeding Love. The way she sang that, I was a kid and I didn't have any like vocal experience, no vocal lessons.
Yes.
I played that song over and over and made myself sing it until like I could sing it like her. And after that, I was like, okay, I think I want to sing.
Oh, I love that. And what a flex to be able to be like, you know what? Let me sing. Because Bleeding Love is like...
No, she's hard. She's hard.
That goes hard. Like that's
It
one that
is.
if I'm doing karaoke, it has to be with like 2 people because I don't want to bleed someone's
And you got to
ears
be
out.
drunk. And you have to be drunk
Yeah,
to
everyone has
really
to be
hit the
drunk
note.
to really to like make people feel comfortable with you hitting those notes that you're not hitting.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like I got to know you more there. All right, so we're gonna get into our combo, and I really want to get into your sounds because there's R&B involved. I love R&B.
Same.
Like I love meeting anyone who's like stepping into that because I feel like there's so much more love that can go into it.
For sure.
Like I think when I think R&B is in like its prime, I think it's always in its prime, but like I think into the 90s and 2000s when
For sure.
R&B is like ran the world. And so like what is that how you would describe your overall sound, or is that one genre that you dabble in?
R&B is overall my total sound. I love R&B. I've always loved it since I was a kid. It's my number one genre. A lot of my sound is inspired by like really great R&B artists, Brandy, Aaliyah. I would even consider Whitney Houston a little bit R&B, to be honest with you. Janet Jackson. I love all of what they did in the space. And I feel like just growing up with that music, I could hear little bits of it in all of my songs.
Yeah. I'd love that Aaliyah. That's a good one.
Yes, I love Aaliyah too.
Yeah. And is there like any new R&B artists that are like inspiring you in any way?
I like a lot of the new R&B girls. Again, Summer Walker. I love SZA. I love all of them. I like Jhené Aiko. I like Kehlani a lot.
Yes.
I like all the popular R&B girls. I don't think there's anyone that I don't really vibe with.
Do you think that you see a moment in time where R&B can get back to like what it once was?
I think it's definitely getting back there. I think for a minute we were definitely hip hop, trap soul, like heavy, but I think people are really starting to remember and like love the like roots of R&B, especially with the rise of Summer Walker coming back and other R&B artists that are getting a little bit more mainstream. I think that people are really starting to appreciate R&B again.
And you're Panamanian.
Yes, I am.
How do you bring that Panamanian flair to your music?
Honestly, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I'm just always myself, so I don't know. I feel like Panamanian culture is always within me, so I always have on like my Panamanian jewelry on me, and a lot of Panamanians, they see that and they be like, oh my God, that's so cool, because you don't see like a lot of popular like Panamanian people out there. So I feel like I always try to make sure to let people know who I am and where I come from.
Yeah.
And yeah.
There's so much like music history within like Panama, and like now it's like such a important, even within Latinidad, like a lot of people talk about like the roots of certain genres and like rooting back to Panama. Were you always someone that was like highly invested in your culture because of your family, or was it something that you tied in?
For
the
sure.
future?
So New York has like a big Panamanian scene. So growing up, me and my family, we were always in the marching band. Like a lot of Panamanians are in the band. When I was a little girl, I was a batutera. So like I would like swing the baton, and I'm literally 6, and I would have to do these like miles long parades, and my mom would be on the side being like, keep going, because I'm tired. So music was always part of my life, and Panamanian culture is very like music invested. Me and my family, we sing songs around the house all the time. We make beats. My dad played the drums growing up in a band. My sisters played the marimba. So yeah, Panamanian music and culture I've always been heavily invested in.
Okay, see. All right, so I when I am on, you also create content, which is funny around your music making and all that things of that sort, but you're so real too.
Period.
So I was really excited. She said period. So what I love is like, I was like, when I have her on, I want to have like real ass conversation with you. And a big topic that's coming up this year is like red flags in terms of friends. Like,
Period.
we're going to make that.
That's like my
the
thing.
tidbit.
Period.
Over friends and like people deciding like I think the conversation is, I'm trying to find the words for it, but it's like, who are we choosing to be friends with and not be friends with? But like, who are we avoiding? Who are we like green lighting? Because red flag, green flags is a huge conversation for relationships.
For sure.
And now people are bringing that into friendships.
As they should. Me personally, I'm very picky about my friendships. Like, not because like, you know, I'm rude, but like, I'm just somebody, I like to stay to myself. Like, I socialize because it's a part of my job and it's a part of what I have to do. But like, I really don't like making friends because it'd be too much work. But a couple of red flags I have. One, it's the girls that they get married and now all of a sudden they can't do nothing. They can't go outside. They can't hang out with their friends. Yes. Oh, you're married. Girl, what does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean? Yeah. That's one. Another one is the girls that are like, deeply, deeply insecure. I understand it. I understand everybody have insecure moments, but when insecurity is your number one thing and that's what you bring to the table, that starts to pour out in all of your relationships. Yes. It'll affect the way you address me. It'll affect the way you move. I don't like to be around people who are deeply insecure like that. Yeah. Like, that's scary to me.
Yes.
That's one.
Wait, but let's go back to the married one, because I'm gonna give the other side where I feel like for me, being married, people where I can't stand is that they think like that you don't want to hang. Like, they treat it as if you announced that you were pregnant. And it's just like, who said that I'm not trying to go out?
No,
like,
that's true. Because on the other hand, sometimes I don't like the girls that like kind of want to like own you. Like, they want to hang out with you all the time and do everything with you. And it's like, you can't hang out with anybody. Like, the people that get jealous when you have other friends. Yes. Even though you have a best friend. I don't like that. That is weird. Like,
well, sometimes I do. I'm like,
you get jealous?
I'm a little guilty of being jealous. A little. I'm like, that's cute. You're having lunch with her.
You're having lunch with her. Yeah, but like, you know, it's just playful. Like,
I'm
some
very
girls
playful
get
with that.
mad. Oh, like, they don't want you to have other friends.
I'm just super like, I'm just petty playful. That's what I call it, petty playful.
No, for real.
Because I'm just like, that's cute. I'll respond to like someone's story. Or like, my best friend goes out to lunch with someone. I'm like, oh,
wow.
That was
fake
cute.
Of you.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, but like, I do feel like you could get married and still maintain your friendships. Like, your man does not have to be your entire life and soul and everything you breathe.
I agree. But also, people have to give us a chance to go out too. I feel like people think you're married and that like,
and they don't invite you no more. Oh, okay,
as if you like said you had the plague or that you said that like you're pregnant. Fake. And it's like, even if I always say like, even if whenever I'm pregnant, invite me out.
You're still
Give
going.
me the option.
Period.
Like, who said I want to go out?
Exactly. Belly and all. I want to be in the clubs. Yes. Maybe.
Ring and all too, though. Like, why can't I come out?
Exactly.
Like, what the hell you doing that I can't come out? Exactly. And the insecure thing,
I can't get behind it. I can't.
Because then that gives like a competitiveness to
yes,
it.
And that is what I do not like to be in competition with my friends. Like, that is so weird.
Like, yes.
Exactly. Like, I feel like when you tell your friend about your accomplishments, it needs to be full on praise, happiness. I don't like to be around people that have secret animosity, that are secretly mad. That's weird, because those are the type of people that kill you, and I don't got time.
And you know who's good at spotting?
Yes, those be. Come on, Selena. Yes. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like,
those are the people that will do something. You know the weird shit that people did in movies, or that like your friend would your friend would drop something in a drink or something.
Yeah, I watch
it was always
too
those
much.
People.
Too much true crime. They be dropping it in a drink. They try to steal your man. They try to kill you.
Your man.
I like to stay to myself.
You know who's really good at spotting those people out? Your parents.
Oh, and that's so real.
From young.
But honestly, you know what I've learned? I have nieces and nephews, and like, I'm such a like, oh, I can read that this person's a bad person. I'm gonna tell you they're a bad person. But you really have to let people navigate and understand those relationships themselves. Because you can't just be like, don't be friends with them no more, because they're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to like watch your like nieces and nephews and you know, your friends just be with somebody that's like, girl, he's terrible. Why are you still talking to him?
That's where our parents fucked up, because they would be like, I don't want you around this person. And I'm like, now I want to hang out with this person.
Even more.
Now I want to rebel. Because now I want to know what the problem is.
Exactly. But you're going to learn the hard way, one way or another.
Okay. For me, I can't stand when people don't understand space. Like, don't give grace in terms of like,
yes.
If I don't respond to your text in like a certain amount of time, they like
You know what I think? It's the clingy thing. I don't like clingy.
I don't like clingy. I do so
leave me alone.
bad with that. I do so. My best of my friendships are very not clingy ones.
Exactly. Like, okay, you texted me.
Yeah.
I responded an hour later.
Yeah.
We're still gonna flow through the conversation. Like, don't try to make me feel guilty. Oh, you never call me. Oh, you text me so late, girl. I have a lot going on.
There's a lot. I love friends that follow up. Follow up.
Yes.
Be like, bitch.
Exactly.
Send me a funny GIF. Why are you not responding? ...
And adult friendships is different. Like, you know, when we were in school or at work, you know, we had a lot of time, but it's like everybody's life is different. It's hard to plan stuff together. Everybody's schedules is different. You got to give people some leniency.
But to make it some hot thing where it's like, I'm a very laid back person.
Same.
Sometimes people think to a fault, but like if people can't even come to like to my birthday, I'm very understanding.
The birthday dinner conversation. That's a different conversation.
Wait, there's so many different conversations.
Wait, before we move on to birthdays, because I think it's important, I do want to ask, do you guys share a location with your friends?
I do, but only some friends. You can't be giving out the location.
You can't give it to everybody.
Like the closest.
I've had people and then I've removed them.
I have one with my best friend and she's like crazy. So like she'll like see I'm home. She'll be like, oh, I see you're home. And I'm like, girl, you're insane. But no, I will share it with some of my friends.
I share it with, I'm trying to think, 1, 2, 3. I have 4 girlfriends on my Find My Friends. I don't use it unless I'm like gonna the weird time I use it is I'm gonna FaceTime you and I just want to know if I'm appropriately FaceTiming you.
Yes,
that's
what
I
I
check
use
if
it
you're
for.
home, and that's where I use it. Because then I'm like, okay, I can FaceTime you and you're not in the office or at some party.
That's exactly what I do too.
That's the only thing I do, but I'm never like
stalking.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Why are you over at the bank right now?
Why are you in this part of New York City? Because I've seen TikToks like that where someone's like spying on my girlfriend, asking what she's doing here. I've never done that.
No,
but see, that's the clinginess I can't do. If you're clocking me,
like
I would block you on Find My Friends.
I'll block you
on Find My Friends, not on the phone. But like, you're not following me anymore.
Don't stalk me.
You can't have my location. It's the clinginess. I'm glad you said that because that's like the word. I can't stand clingy.
Yeah, it's too much.
That like really bothers me. Like, because again, as I was saying, but let's go back to birthday.
The birthday conversation. Yes. If your friends cannot make it to your birthday dinner, I'm sorry, they're not your friends. I think that because it's one day in the year. They know when your birthday is.
Yeah.
Okay, if they got work, okay. Maybe you could send a little something, you know, a little gift on the way. But like to not show up, that's fake. I think that's fake. And you have to pay for the birthday dinner. It's crazy when they make the birthday girl pay for the birthday dinner too.
Okay. I don't disagree, but I'm very like, I pay for my own birthday things. Like, but that's just because I don't know. For me, I just feel like if I'm making you leave your house, but I understand. And sometimes people have like not listened to me and still pay, and I allow it. Yeah, like I'm not like gonna sit here and start a whole brawl over like
the check. Yeah,
like who's doing the check? No, like, and sometimes we've done it where like everyone chips in. That's fine, but like I try my hardest to like cover a majority of something.
Yeah, but then that again, there's like a line with that because it depends. Cause like if you having a birthday trip to Tulum and you want to stay in a 5-star hotel.
Oh no, everyone got to chip
in
for that. I'm not paying for everyone to go to Tulum.
You got to pay for your own. You can't expect everybody to pay for yours. But you see,
and all this is where I'm more relaxed because I'm like, if I plan a birthday trip, I don't care who can join. As long as my man's coming, real. I'm Gucci.
No, and that's real. Because not everybody can make that. Yeah. But a dinner?
A dinner,
everybody
right.
in the same
a dinner,
place?
everyone. Well, not everyone. I just need like my main people there. I understand you. I get that.
Period. I reserve a lot of energy. Like, if I'm not arguing in my relationship, if I'm not dealing with jealousy in my relationship, why am I arguing with you? Why am I arguing with you?
I say this all the time.
I never understand it. Why people be like, oh, me and my best friend, we used to argue all the time. About what?
Yes.
About what?
What are you arguing about?
I
can count on my best friends. I can count how many times we fought. And that's probably maybe once or twice.
Yep.
And there was alcohol involved. And it was the stupidest argument. And it was always the stupid, like if we go back, we don't even remember what we were fighting about.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what they're arguing about.
Yeah. But I'm like, I don't have time for this.
Exactly. This friendship needs to be nice and easy, peaceful. That's what I like.
I've been hit on the text messages with like, I just don't feel like you did it. And it's just like, ma'am.
I just don't feel like you care enough about. This is like too much right now. Yeah. Like this is too much. Like what's going on?
Also, the people who talk shit about everyone to you.
Now, you gotta keep who you being messy with to like a small
Oh,
circle.
No, I say one person.
Yeah,
I think you should be
one.
messy with one person.
Like, and that's like the ultimate.
But if I
messy.
see you being messy with like
everybody,
multiple people,
no, that's messy.
I'm judging. Like now I'm like, then you talk shit about me. That's my
Exactly.
conclusion. Straightforward. I'm like, you definitely talk shit about me when I'm not around. And now I know where I stand with you.
Because you can't be just giving out mess to everybody. Like you gotta like pass verification. Like you gotta show ID before you start giving out tea like that.
Yo,
like so that's a red flag. What do you mean you gossiping and you just met her? Like no, that's weird.
Yeah. There's one friend where you're like, am I wildin'? Like there's just be one friend that you can hit up and just be like, is this really bad? Like, or like, I'm wildin', but like, no.
Exactly.
Like you can only have that with one friend.
With just one.
Maybe two.
Two maximum. When it's
Maybe. And
if you got a group of
like,
friends
two.
and y'all all messy,
But if there's
something gonna slip.
But I've seen people be messy with multiple people, and I'm like, oh, with very messy information too, where I'm like, oh, you don't
messy for real.
Yeah, that's really chaotic, and you don't care, that ties back to you. So that okay. So I have another question for you. What is your definition of a pick me girl? Because the way that pick me is being thrown around is like everyone's a pick me girl now.
And now this is a conversation because, like, you know how a paradox is, or something that it's so much of one thing it becomes the other. I feel like everybody talks about pick me so much, and they'll bully a pick me so much that they become a pick me, if that makes sense. So like there'll be videos and like they'll just assume a girl's being a pick me, and the thing is, I feel like everybody has a pick me phase. Like if you're a girl growing up in this society, you're taught to like other yourself from other girls, try to be special, or you know, the girls that are like, I don't like girls because they're messy, or you know, whatever. So I feel like everybody has like a little bit of pick me, which you got to dismantle that on your own time. But I don't think that the girls who are always like calling out, harassing, and bullying other pick me's are better. Because I feel like in a way, you're kind of being a pick me. Like, why do you want to embarrass this girl for not being as developed as you are? Hot take.
That's a good
That's
take.
deep. That's deep.
Yeah,
That's deep.
period. Wait, you didn't do the period after.
Period. Exactly.
No, wait, that's actually really good. I'm like, that's so true.
Because like everybody has had a pick me moment, and it's like,
wait, I love that you said that part. Like
Yeah.
everyone has had a pick me moment.
everybody has, you know that. I remember when I was in elementary school, I'll never forget this. It was so funny. Me and this girl like the same boy, and she told him that she does not poop. She told him she has, and I wasn't the smartest little kid.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know about that. That don't make sense. That don't add up. That was her pick me moment, and that's fine. She was growing. She was learning.
Oh my God, I thought of just five pick me moments I've had in my life.
Everybody has had a little pick me moment.
Now I need everyone to share your pick me moment. Don't be shy.
Tell me about the time that
yourself.
you were a pick me.
But everyone participating in that trend. What was the one with the TikTok sound that was like, I remember when, I remember. That's a pick me moment.
Oh my God, yes. When you try to pretend that you like sports because you like a boy, never will I ever do it again. Because you have to grow out of being a pick me.
Yeah.
Everybody takes their own time.
I've pretended sports, poker, a bunch of stuff.
I literally watched a whole basketball documentary on Shaq and Penny Hardaway. I know way too much information that I don't care about just because I like the boy. Hey.
I got it. I remember in high school, I got into the whole sneaker thing.
You were a sneaker?
Yeah, I was a sneakerhead just because of a boy. Yeah, Jordans.
Of
and
course.
like, I was like, that was not my thing. I love my sneakers now, but not to a point where I'm like going after certain.
Sometimes being a pick me teaches you things. I learned about basketball. You learned about sneakers.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
See, but look at that. That proves her point. Everyone has had. Now I'm going to say that.
Everyone has had
Look
a
at
pick me
this
moment.
epiphany
Look at this.
moment.
Exactly.
I hope everyone else has an epiphany moment. Like, I'm like, girl, that's true. Everyone has had a pick me moment. It's just like figuring out.
And just because a girl is having hers right now, that don't mean she'll always be like that. She'll grow out of it, hopefully.
I saw some girl getting called out because she was like making fun of two girls who like were speaking very influencery, and people were like, that's like terrible energy.
And she's being a pick me because she's like, those girls are like dumb. They're not as smart as me. That's being a pick me in another way.
Okay.
You see? It's crazy.
You need to you need to hold a TED Talk on this. Imagine a TED Talk on pick me.
On pick me's.
Yeah. What is the energy of pick me for men?
Oh my God. It's those dudes that when they get around their bros, they be like, yo, where's that $1,000 I loaned you? You know you didn't loan that man no $1,000. Like, you're trying to flex right now and you don't need to do that. Like, please. Or the dudes that got every type of bragging story, those are picking men.
I find the pick me ones the ones that like try to pretend they're like in line with their feminine.
Or like
Yep, that's a
fake
different version.
feminists.
Like the fake
The
feminist.
fake feminist, yeah.
Like I can read that from like a mile away. I do believe that there's like genuine guys who are like
Sure.
for the women's.
But there are definitely men who play into femininity so that they can seem like a better man. They be just as evil, if not worse.
Those are the pick me men where I'm like, and you read it, you feel it.
You could tell when it's fake. It's like, girl, you're not even really about this. Just because you have a dangly earring, that does not mean that you are a good person.
I don't trust dangly earrings.
Me either.
I said
Red
that.
flag.
I said that. It's a red
Red
flag.
flag.
I've said that. I've said my husband bought a dangly earring and I was like, you put that shit on, I'm kicking you out. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm kicking you out. He got, not that he got dangly, he got the dangly earring with the cross.
My boyfriend got these sweatpants that had rainbow splatter. Like, it was just so ugly. Like, it was just so ugly. I was like, please don't put that on. Like, I'm reconsidering the relationship if you put that on.
But that is a fashion choice.
Yeah.
But the dangly earring to me screams fuckboy.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Like it just screams like, who are you trying to impress with dangly earring? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, male?
yeah, I think dangly earring is definitely number one.
I honestly, you don't even have to explain it. For me, you're a pick me if you put dangly earring. That's it. And that I'm probably being a pick me by calling you out for that, but
Maybe. Aren't we all just pick me's?
I think that's the
And that's too.
that's the
title
episode.
of episode.
That's
Aren't we all
Aren't we
pick-me's?
all pick me's? You're all
And-
pick me's.
That the pick me conversation leads into the also fakeness of the girls conversation. And don't get me started because people use the girls conversation to be a pick me. It's crazy. It
Yeah.
all ties into each other. Because once a girl does something somebody doesn't like, you're not a girl, you're an evil girl, you're that.
This girls thing is getting out of hand
It
where
is.
it's like the people weaponize girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like the girl conversation or even the term girl
Mm-hmm.
became a thing of like weaponizing.
For sure. I think obviously it started in good origins. You know,
Yeah.
women should support women and, you know, we shouldn't help misogyny
Yeah.
grow. But at the same time, you can't use girls to like box people in or, you know, I'm not supporting a girl if she's being stupid. I don't understand. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, maybe I'm not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Like, what? Now, I support women's rights and wrongs if it's against somebody who's foul.
Yeah.
But some girls be doing nonsense. You know what I mean? I support girls in
There's
general,
just so
but
much nonsense you can take. Okay.
exactly.
But my thing is like, if you're a girl's girl, you don't gotta say it.
as it's unspoken, you don't need
Like
to.
it's really unspoken. Like if I feel like if you're screaming that you're a girl's girl, you're not a girl's girl.
They'll say
like if you have to
anything.
prove it to why do you have to say it from your rooftops? It's like the people who are always saying girls girl, and the reason I thought of this because I was watching a show this year, I forgot which one it was, but she kept saying in every like time the camera interviewed her, she'd be like, you know, about being a girl's girl. Like she said girl's girl for everything. And I was like,
I bet you she evil in real life. I bet you she evil
and I
in
was
real
like,
life.
but as a girl's girl, you shouldn't have to say that you are. Like you should just be for women.
Yeah.
Like that should just be innate.
But they'll call anybody doing any, like I seen a girl, somebody was asking her where she got her top from or something like that. She didn't answer in time. You're not a girl's girl. You like to gatekeep. Pick me. What?
Yeah.
Because you can't find her outfit? That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. They be weaponizing it. Now, okay, so they weaponize it, but they also like, it's like you calling yourself
a nice guy.
kind.
Yeah.
Like when someone says kind, like I'm a kind, like I wouldn't go around.
I'm a kind person. I'm a nice person.
Like that's something you usually wait for someone to
Someone
say
else
about
to
you,
say about you,
but
for
like it's
sure.
weird for that's why I feel like girls should be like you should wait for someone to say that. Oh, she's such a girl's girl.
I feel like it's like very similar to like when dudes are always like, I'm a nice guy. Nice guys finish last, and they are not.
They're
nice
not.
guys.
But that's another thing. You shouldn't be the one saying that you're a nice guy. There's certain
Exactly.
titles. Honestly, just no. I think you can think things of yourself, but to
Sure.
like be telling everyone,
But to like profess that everywhere you go
and
and,
make that
everything,
your whole
it
branding.
feels like you're trying to prove it to yourself.
That's
or
my
to
thing.
us.
That's what I'm sensing. Oh my God. We can hang.
We can hang.
I feel like there'd be zero pressure. And we don't got to text each other all the time.
No pressure.
We can text like
easy.
every 2 months.
Exactly.
Just catch up.
Easy breezy.
So is there any other people? So let's end on a positive note.
Okay.
What is a good flag? Like what is the people that you see that are around you? Like what's the energy?
I would say anybody who's willing to help you with any stupid little idea you have. So like I'm an influencer and a singer. And so sometimes I have these really quirky little things that I want to do. So for one of my songs, Touch, I wanted to like sing the words while standing in a car through the rooftop. And so I had my friend, I'm like, girl, I just need you to drive down this main street and help me film it. And she's like, I don't know if we could do that. But like, she still tried for me, you know what I mean? Like anybody who's willing to follow you through any little stupid thing, obviously not the ones that let you do bad things, but like people who's like down for whatever little stupid thing you want to do, I think that's a green flag.
Well, let's not call it stupid.
Period.
Let's change it.
It's not stupid.
Okay.
Any little silly thing.
Not even silly.
Not silly.
I'm going to change your vocabulary here.
Adventurous.
Yes.
Any little adventurous thing.
Unique.
Unique.
Let's use unique.
Period.
Different, unique things.
Yeah.
They want to test it out, experiment with you. They don't leave you alone in experimenting.
Yes.
Yes. I like that. That's a good one. I feel like that's definitely the type of friends you want, that, especially with this culture, as you're saying, like, because it's so like, I think what stops people from becoming creators or even putting things online is like the feeling of feeling dumb or embarrassing yourself or seeming like.
I feel like you definitely need friends that speak life into your like imagination and your like aspirations, because a lot of the things that people want to do, a lot of the people around them have never done before, so you can't even imagine it. So you need friends that'll be like, girl, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I believe in you. You know what I mean?
I love people that accept you in all your seasons. I feel like we're never all the same people, and I feel like sometimes I have like times where like work is really crazy for me, so I'm a little more on edge or like not as available. For sure. And then sometimes I'm like in my emotional state and I'm like, you know, going through things or like transitional in my mind or like elevating or anything or like good, bad. I feel like a good friend accepts you in all your forms.
For sure. Yeah. Because come on, we all have our moments. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like you can't take it all personal. So it's nice when you have a friend that's just like, girl, you sad right now. That's fine.
It doesn't take things personal, which goes back to all that clingy, but I'm trying to end on a positive note.
Yes.
Like, I think those friends that give you the space to like evolve and just like have your seasons. Like,
for sure.
Yeah. That's like when I have friends who like their babies will cry or something and they'll be like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, girl, it's your baby crying. Like,
it's whatever,
like, I take them in all their forms. I'm not gonna just take your baby when it's good.
It's cute.
Like cute and smiling. And that's how I feel like, to bring that back to friends, like you can't just have friends who are gonna have you when you're smiling.
When you're happy, for sure.
You gotta have people when you're having little meltdowns. So
that's a good friend.
So what's next?
For me?
Yes.
What's next? I'm putting out a music video for my song Touch. I did a live performance of 2 of my songs. I really want to start performing more and touring. So that's really what I'm looking forward to and doing for the rest of the year.
Let's manifest that.
Yes.
And then for 2025 too.
Yeah, 2025, 2026, 27, more performances.
Where do you see your imagination going for 2025?
2025, she's definitely touring. She's definitely performing. She's definitely connecting with other artists more. I'm definitely outside more because I'm a little bit more of an introvert. So I'm really glad that you guys invited me here.
Of course.
Because I feel like I'm always just in my house. So I definitely want to go out more and connect with people. So I think that's what 2025 will be for me.
Amazing. And where can everyone follow you?
You can follow me on any social media platforms at Anayka She, ANAYKASHE.
Anayka, thank you so much for joining us. I had such a good time with you. We can vibe.
We can.
Yeah.
Period.
You're my vibe.
Wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Period. I'm a Leo.
Okay. I get along with Leos.
And I get along with Sagittarius. Period.
Not us bringing it back to horoscope.
You always have to at some point.
Yeah.
This was so fun.
You do give Leo. But
thank you.
The introvert part's kind of surprising. So
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, I don't know, because I could turn it on. You know what I mean? I feel like Leo is almost like a character. Like it's like face fronting. Like I can be the center of attention. I can, I always got my hair done. You know what I mean? And I like to like be present and be open. But the way I recharge, I like to be alone in my house, in my room, quietly. Yeah. So yeah.
But the way you showed up and showed out today, Leo.
Period. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, right. Look at that. Well, thank you so. I love how we were closing and then we came back.
One more.
Imagine we bring a whole new topic. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I had such a good time.
Me.
And thank you. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Down to a T.